Welcome everyone to the Cherry Creek Schools HBCU Virtual College Fair. Again, thank you for joining us. My name is Jasmine and I'm going to serve as your facilitator for our college fair today. Before we get started, I have a few housekeeping announcements. The first, you can use the Q&A button on your screen to type questions to our presenters at any time. Second, your camera and microphone are muted, so the panelists cannot see nor hear you. Also, this is just one of many sessions that we're offering, so feel free to visit our website to register for additional sessions. And finally, this presentation is being recorded and will be available within a few days. You can visit our website, strivescan.com/cherrycreek to review the recording. With that said, I'm now going to turn it over to our amazing presenters. So up first, we have Grambling State University.
Good evening, young adults. GSU in the house this evening. I'm happy to be with you, happy to be presenting about my prestigious and wonderful university, and wanted to share a little bit about the importance of attending an HBCU. HBCUs, historically Black colleges and universities, strive to promote and present the best of the best. And I know that you guys are all the best of the best, which is why you are here today to receive more information. I will say that I am a graduate of Montbello High School, and I am also then a graduate of Grambling State University and the University of Denver. And I can tell you, out of all my experiences, Grambling taught me to be the best woman that I could be. So I'm here to present a little bit of information that is important to how you move forward in selecting your colleges. What you see, what I'm going to show you next on your screen is what Grambling has to offer currently. So Grambling has 27 majors across 4 colleges: the College of Arts and Science, College of Business, College of Education, and the College of Professional Studies. And so we are looking for great men and women like you to come in and be our next great nurses, to be our next great historians. We need historians. You see what's going on in our country right now, and somebody needs to document that. Somebody needs to make sure that all of our generations to come know about us and what we're doing in our country and what we have done in our country. When I attended Grambling, I majored in pre-law and criminal justice. And then I said, kind of want to do something else. And guess what? Grambling had that something else for me. They had social work. And so I am now a clinical therapist providing services to our community, right? To our world who need those supports during such hard times. We have sports for both men and women. But I want to point out a few important things to you about Grambling State University. Grambling State is far. It's in the country, it's in the sticks, but it will build you up. It's important when you want to go to a school that's out of state that you know what the requirements are. Okay, so your requirements are you need at least a 2.0 for admission and at least a 19 on your ACT. But the great thing about Grambling is that even if you don't reach those scores, we have what's called a summer Tier 1 and Tier 2 program, where you can go to Grambling over the summer and you can take pre-courses so that your scores don't matter and you still qualify then to be admitted for the fall semester. We also allow for online courses for the summer, and we also allow for you to take courses here in Colorado. Why is that important? It's important because Colorado allows for you to take dual enrollment. So you can be enrolled at Overland, Cherry Creek, Eagle Crest, Grandview, and still also be enrolled at Metro, DU, or CCA, or any other community college in Colorado and receive the credits needed to trade off your ACT or your SAT scores, okay? So I don't want you to be discouraged. I want you to be encouraged. I also want you to know that Grambling has an alumni chapter here in Colorado. We have 45 active members who will serve as mentors to be able to support you through the admission process, the financial aid process, the housing process, and through all 4 years of your education at Grambling. So please, please, please fill out your FAFSAs in advance on this sheet, and I will drop it into the chat when I get done. You'll see there's FAFSA codes here. I will also drop links for our admissions office and our financial aid office so that you know how to navigate those things, and you can reach out to your chapter here to be able to get support. The other great thing I want to drop to you about Grambling, and although it seems far and it's out-of-state tuition, do not be alarmed about out-of-state tuition. Grambling allows for, if you have a 3.0 GPA, you can get an in-state college tuition waiver. That means that we will not charge you to be an out-of-state student, and you can receive that scholarship and keep it for all 4 years as long as your GPA remains a 3.0 or higher. So I'll drop those links in the chat for you, young men and young women. I look forward to hearing from you, and I'll check the chat just in case you have questions. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you have some awesome presenters to come.
Thank you so much, Grambling State University. Up next, we have Jackson State University.
Hello, greetings you all. I am Amber Elise Anderson, a sophomore elementary education major from the Windy City of Chicago, Illinois. And of course, I go to the I love Jackson State University here in Jackson, Mississippi. I'm here today with you all to talk a little bit about the undergrad recruitment that goes on at Jackson State, and just to give you all a little taste of Jackson, even though you all are far away. All right, so we're going to get started. What you guys are looking at right now is the Gibbs Green Plaza, definitely an icon on Jackson State campus. So we're going to get into the freshman admission requirements. So they're the college preparatory curriculum. You have to have all of these components: English, math, science, social studies, advanced elective, computer application, visual and performance arts, and the pre-high school units. So with these, you have to have them completed, have to make sure that you all are looking out. This is a quick little tidbit for anybody who is in high school right now and they say, okay, I'm going to wait for my foreign language. I don't want to take my foreign language right now. It seems a little bit difficult, but let me tell you, if you take 2 years of your foreign language in high school, when you get to Jackson State, you won't have to take a foreign language, and then you can swap those out for an elective of your choice. So you have to have the college preparatory curriculum with a minimum 3.2 high school GPA. So you guys may be saying, hey, I didn't do so well in my electives, and I think that's giving me a 3.0. That is okay, because the college preparatory curriculum is the core classes that I just went over in the last slide. Complete the CPC with a minimum of 2.5 GPA class rank and top 50%. With the ACT or SAT equivalent of a score 16 or higher. Or if you have a 2.0 GPA with a score of 18 or higher of the ACT/SAT equivalent, you also will be admitted to Jackson State. When it comes to sports, so I know we all have athletes when it comes to high school, and you all want to say, hey, I want to join sports at Jackson State University. You must have the 2.5 GPA and the 17 equivalent ACT/SAT score. So without a test score, you all can have a 2.0 and be considered for admission. If you have a 2.0 to a 3.9 CPC GPA, which is your core curriculum classes, you are required to take the AccuPlacer before enrolling. So what that is a test that just gives Jackson State a feel of where you are, if you're prepared for college, and then how you can go moving forward in order to accommodate you all when you get here. If you have a 3.2 CPC GPA or higher without a test, you are automatically admitted to Jackson State. So you guys saying Jackson State seems so cool. I have these requirements, or it's something I'm looking at. You have 3 easy steps, y'all. You have to submit the application online at the link that you see. You upload the requirements. So that's your mailing address is to the Jackson State University, 1400 J.R. Lynn Street, undergraduate admissions. You're going to make sure you give them a call if you have any questions at 866-DJSU. And then they're going to request your official ACT, SAT scores, and it'll be sent to the undergraduate admissions mailing address. So if you don't meet the regular admission standards for Jackson State, that is okay, because you have the AccuPlacer. But say you don't do so well because you're not a great test taker, right? That's okay, because Jackson State does have the 8-week STARS program before admission. And if you join that program, you will automatically be admitted to Jackson State. And look at it this way. Hey, I'm on campus a little bit earlier, or right now I'm getting a taste of, virtual JSU, and I'll be prepared for my courses when I come that following semester. So I'm going to go over a few costs. Tuition costs right now for the 2020-2021 tuition and fees go as follows. They're subject to change, but I can tell you there aren't many drastic changes. I can tell you all that the non-resident fee did go down to $500. So me being from Chicago, I was really excited about that. These are the scholarships right now. They're currently closed for the next academic school year, but we do have more scholarships. So if you all do decide to come to Jackson State, I say make sure you're looking out at your JSU email that you will receive when you get your J number when you're admitted to Jackson State. So we have the residence halls, Alexander East, Alexander West, Campbell, North and South, Dixon, McAllister, Transition Hall, and University Point. These are all of our wonderful dorms. They're all really amazing looking dorms. I'm not going to tell you all anything but the truth. I stay in Alexander Suite Style, and I absolutely love it. It's like a little hotel, and it has historic value. We have our meal plan that can vary depending on what you like. I personally like the $250 Tiger Buck meal plan because guess what, y'all? We have Chick-fil-A, Pizza Hut. We have a grill on campus in the student center. We have everything that you think you want when it comes to the student center. So I love those Tiger Bucks. Make sure you all are filling out your FAFSA. If you don't remember anything else that I'm telling you today, remember to apply and remember to fill out your FAFSA. October 1st will always be the date that it opens, and don't forget our JSU school code. You can also Google it, but here it is, 002410. Now, student life. JSU has over 60 groups on campus, but these are some of the ones that I wanted to touch on today. Student government, honor society, we have community service, student publications, Greek letter organizations, and the NCAA sanctioned athletic programs and intramural sports. I am a part of the honors college on campus as well as the president of the modeling squad here, so I am definitely involved on campus. And of course, I'm a Blue Ambassador as well. That's why I get to talk to you lovely students today. We have hotspots. Of course, that was pre-virtual. I don't know if you all knew, but we had Kurt Franklin come to our hotspot, our gospel hotspot. Student life. So you may say, hey, I've never traveled anywhere. I want to get to see the world. Well, Jackson State has just that for you. We have study abroad and internships and co-ops. These are our sports as listed. Love it. We actually have a basketball game going on. And I know you all know about Coach Prime, Deion Sanders. We're so excited to have him. Our football season started. And look, it may be social distance and we mask up, but it's definitely a sight to see, seeing the Sonic Boom of the South as well as Deion Sanders. Cortez Bryant is also a very special guest on campus. He is Lil Wayne's manager and best friend. And I'm going to fill y'all in on a little secret. Drake has been on our campus as well. I'm talking about in the Frederick Douglass Music Hall. So I don't know, y'all might get a chance to see Drake as well. We have the Sonic Boom of the South and the Prancing J sets. You all can visit both of their sites or email them.
And Amber, thank you so much for sharing this amazing information about Jackson State University. Up next, we do have Savannah State University. In Savannah State, we're unable to hear you.
I am so sorry. I just looked down and see that I was still on mute. I will go ahead and keep going. Hopefully you guys kind of follow along or lip read what I was saying, but I was just literally going through the facts that were on that first page. For the academic program, so our top 5 programs are going to be biology, criminal justice, business management, mass communications, and social work. And there are 2 other majors that I really like to point out about Savannah State. One is going to be our Homeland Security and Emergency Management program. So for those of you who are looking to possibly work for a federal government organization, such as FEMA, if you're looking to work for TSA, anything like that, Homeland Security and Emergency Management is really going to be your go-to. And we are one of the only institutions along the East Coast that has that program. Also, our marine science program, we produce the top African-American marine scientists here in the country. And it's really something that we pride ourselves on. Savannah actually sits on the coast of Georgia. So water is on our backyard, and our campus actually sits onside a saltwater marsh. Our admissions requirements for the fall 2021, we are test optional. Our minimum GPA is going to be a 2.5, and you can see the required high school course curriculum that we use in order to calculate GPAs. We are still accepting students under the regular admissions policy. The minimum GPA is a 2.0, and as you can see listed what the SAT and ACT test score requirements are. Our application is 100% free. Students will apply directly via georgiafutures.org. You will have to create an account on that website, and it is out-of-state friendly. Sometimes students do have issues, but it is out-of-state friendly. If you have any questions, my contact information will be available in the chat at the end of my presentation. Because currently we are evaluating all applications as test optional first, students are only required to submit their official high school transcript, and it must come from a high school guidance counselor or school, college and career coach, whoever, as long as it's coming from a .org or .edu from a staff person, we will accept that transcript. And here's a little bit of tuition. So particularly you would want to pay attention to the out-of-state tuition, mainly the 15 credit hours with mandatory fees. Your mandatory fees are going to include things such as your athletic fee, your student activity fee. We have a health fee because we do have a health center on campus, as well as technology fee for Wi-Fi, and then also for use of loaner laptops and things of that nature. We do offer out-of-state tuition waivers for those students. Most students in this particular region would be eligible for our out-of-state academic waiver if they have over a 3.0. It is a limited number, and it is first come, first serve. And here's a look at some of our freshman residential facilities. We have 2 styles, one being clusters and the other being suite. The Freshman Living and Learning Center, also known as the FLIC, is set up in clusters, and we have 2, 4, and 8-person clusters. And then the other 4 facilities are set up as semi-private and private suites. Here's a little bit of the inside of the Freshman Living and Learning Center, where we have sort of a Jack and Jill style. If anyone is familiar with the Brady Bunch, that is how these rooms are set up. This particular picture is a 2-person cluster. A 4-person cluster would be double the size, and still the bathroom would have 2 sinks, a shower, and a toilet. And here is the inside of a semi-private room. You're only seeing one half, so this is where one student would live. Every student across campus gets a bed, a dresser, a desk and chair, as well as closet space, some form of a vanity, as well as the shower and the toilet. Savannah State University is a Division II school. We are in the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. So we play a lot more of the Southern HBCUs, such as Morehouse, Clark-Atlanta, Fort Valley, Albany State. Should you want additional information in terms of walk-on or being a prospective student athlete, you can go to ssuathletics.com or scan the QR code and click on the sport that you would like, and it will allow you to fill out that questionnaire for being a prospective student athlete. We have more than 75 clubs and organizations to include Greek and non-Greek. And we also have a student government association on our campus. So there's plenty of chances to be involved across campus, whether you like art, dance, singing, whatever it is, you have that option. And we do offer ROTC, Army, Navy, and Marine. There's additional information on our website. You can literally just go to the search bar, click ROTC, or type in AROTC or NROTC. And lastly, again, my name is Ms. Goodwin. I am the admissions recruiter for the Colorado area. I'm grateful to have been here. I would have loved to be there physically with you guys today, but we just didn't get lucky enough to have this virus cleaned up. So if you have any questions, I will drop my contact information again in the chat and address any questions that you may have. And looks like I was right on time. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Savannah State University. Up next, we have Fisk University.
Hello, everyone. It says, oh, there you go. Hi, everyone. My name is Daniela Lopez. I am a proud Fiskite, class of 2018. I currently serve as the senior admissions counselor here at Fisk University. My email is on the screen as well as my office phone number. I'll also put it in the chat later on. So a little bit about Fisk. We were founded in 1866. We were known as the Fisk Free Colored School. Oh, somebody said something in the chat. We were known as the Fisk Free Colored School. We were the first HBCU to be accredited by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools, and we still keep our accreditation by them today. We were also the first HBCU to receive a Phi Beta Kappa chapter, which is the oldest academic honor society in the United States. All right, so we are located in Nashville, Tennessee, one of the fastest growing cities in America right now, mostly because we have a lot of companies moving out to the city like Amazon, Google. We are the home for HCA Healthcare. So there's just a lot of job opportunities in the city. We are also considered a college town. We have over 16 colleges and universities in Nashville alone, allowing us to offer cross-registration with many of these colleges, such as Vanderbilt University, which is about 5 minutes away from our campus. Nashville is considered a music city. It is called the Music City because of the Jubilee Singers, the Fisk Jubilee Singers. So the music industry in Nashville is very big. We are in close proximity to other major cities. We are about 4 hours away from Atlanta, Georgia, 3 hours away from Memphis, Tennessee, and we do have an international airport here in the city. Fisk University is a top 10 HBCU, both by the U.S. News and World Report and by Forbes magazine. In a report that came out last month by the U.S. News and World Report, Fisk University was ranked number 3 for HBCUs with highest 4-year graduation rates. We are also ranked top 3 for job placement in the state of Tennessee. Here are some of our notable alumni that you may or may not know. We have Nikki Giovanni, Diane Nash, former Congressman John Lewis, W.E.B. Du Bois, an amazing author, one of the co-founders of the NAACP. He was a Fiskite. All right, so what does Fisk look like today? We are one of the smallest HBCUs out there right now. Our current enrollment is about 900 students. So again, very small. Our campus is about 42 acres in size. So the environment here at Fisk is very family oriented. Our students get to know quickly they get to know who upperclassmen are. When we have a new freshman class coming in, you know who the freshmen are because they're just faces that you've never seen before. This allows for our average class size to be about 15 students per class. Our student-teacher ratio is about 12:1, allowing our students to create amazing relationships with their professors. Whether you're struggling, maybe you need an extension, or maybe you need a letter of recommendation that's going to get you into the grad program that you applied to, or it's going to get you that scholarship that you applied to. That's all available to our students because they have the opportunity to get to know their professors. We are an HBCU, like I said, so about 90% of our students here at Fisk are African American. We have a lot of international students in our campus coming from Nigeria, Nepal, the Bahamas. We also have a high number of Latino students on our campus. And even though we are very small, located here in Nashville, Tennessee, we are very known nationwide. About 75% of our students do come from out of state. We offer over 25 majors and minors here at Fisk. Our top programs are psychology, biology pre-med, and business administration. We do offer 5 concentrations under business administration, including music business. We added 3 new programs this year, which are data science, homeland security, and criminal justice. Did I freeze? Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you and we can see you.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, we just added data science, homeland security, and criminal justice. Fisk University does offer graduate programs as well, so master's programs and PhD programs. All right, so here are some of our outcomes. About 61% of our students who graduate from Fisk go on to graduate or professional school. Oftentimes, Fisk is called a pre-professional school because we are able to place so many of our students in grad school. Over 40% of Fisk students are selected for corporate internships. The national average is only about 9%. This is part of the reason why we are ranked top 3 for job placement in the state of Tennessee. The majority of our internships turn into full-time positions for our students here at Fisk. All right, so we are a private liberal arts institution. There is no in-state or out-of-state tuition. Tuition is approximately $20,000 a year with room and board and additional fees. The total cost is approximately $33,000 a year. However, about 98% of our students do receive financial aid in forms of grants, loans, scholarships, etc. So we do offer merit-based scholarships. They range from $5,000 a year to a full ride. They are mostly based on GPA and test scores, but we do a holistic review when we award those. We do have athletic grants, about $5,000 on average, and music grants for our Fisk Jubilee singers, which are addition-based, and the average is about $10,000 a year. For our admissions requirements, we do a holistic review here at Fisk. These numbers are not strict guidelines. However, we would love to see students with a 3.0 unweighted GPA or above, a 21 ACT or a 1060 SAT or above. Just to put it in perspective, the last class we brought in, the average GPA was a 3.4 GPA, the average ACT was a 25, and the average SAT was an 1180. Our application requirements include the application, which you can find is on the Common App. We also have our own application on our website. We do not have a application fee for either of those applications. We do need a high school transcript, and we do need test scores if they are available. Fisk University is waiving test scores for students who live in a state or a school district that did not offer any testing opportunities due to COVID. So if that is the case for you, we would just need to know, and we will waive those for you. We offer 2 early action deadlines every year. The first one is November 1st. The second one is February the 1st. Our regular decision this year is July 1st due to COVID, but we always encourage our students to apply as soon as possible or before the first 2 deadlines, as this would not only give them priority over admissions, but also with scholarship opportunities. And here's my contact information again. Thank you for having me. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. I am more than happy to have a one-on-one with any student or answer any questions via email.
Thank you, Fisk University. Up next, we have Kappa Alpha to talk about campus culture.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Deshawn Buckley. I attended Hampton University. Tonight, I will be talking about Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. And I will be representing tonight Epsilon Nu Omega chapter of Denver. So just to begin, I'm just going to give you a little bit of information on Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority's history. AKA is an international organization with over 200,000 members and over 900 chapters in the United States, the Caribbean, Europe, Africa, Dubai, and the United Arab Emirates. In 1908, AKA became America's first Greek letter organization and was established by college women on the campus of Howard University. Alpha Kappa Alpha encourages high scholastic and ethical standards. We promote unity and friendship, maintain interest in college, improve problems concerning girls and women, and we serve all mankind. A little bit of information about Epsilon Nu Omega, which is the Denver chapter here. ENO was the first graduate chapter in Denver, Colorado, and was chartered October 22nd, 1949. Several of ENO chapter members chartered the Alpha Kappa chapter, which was founded in November 1928 on the campus of the University of Northern College. ENO has an endowment fund, which is used to fund colleges and higher education scholarships for women in the Denver community. So the programs that we have are our signature program, which is CAP. It's a college admissions process, which will help students with their college entry process. So research in schools, applying in enrollment, and helping motivate and assisting them. We do have 5 different targets. Our first one is HBCU for Life, which is a call to action. This target promotes and markets HBCUs, encouraging students to attend an HBCU, and provides financial support to HBCUs. Our target number 2 is women's healthcare and wellness, which raises awareness about critical health issues impacting the quality and longevity of the lives of African American women. And then we have target 3, which is building your economic legacy. It puts an emphasis on financial planning, asset accumulation, and wealth building, including savings, investments, managing debt, and improving credit. And then target number 4 is our arts. This exposes students to the arts and celebrating the contributions of African American artists. And then target number 5 is just there to help with assistance in international populated areas for people of color. So we do provide assistance for that. If you have any questions, please go down to our websites. You can either go to our chapter's website or our actual international website. Thank you guys for your time tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Up next, we have Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity.
Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't realize I was muted at first. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so hello, everyone. My name is Earl White. I'm actually here with Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. I'm representing the Delta Psi Lambda chapter here in Denver, Colorado. I'm actually a graduate of Fisk University, pledged Alpha Chi spring 2015. And here goes my presentation for tonight. So for starters, our origins actually started in Ithaca, New York. We were founded on an ice cold Tuesday, December 4th, 1906. We're the first Greek intercollegiate Greek letter fraternity founded on the university campus. We were actually initially a social studies group, but now we are a full-fledged fraternity. Couple of the national programs that we have for, we actually have a voteless people is a hopeless people. So basically around the Denver community, we actually went around for at least about 10 different voter registration throughout the city. So we were able to register approximately 100 people to vote for the 2020 election. We have My Brother's Keeper, which is where we actually really try to embrace the brothers who may be elderly, who may be retired, who may have spouses or widows, or who may just be down and or sick and shut in. We have go to high school, go to college. So that is where we mentor and we tutor students throughout high school, really throughout middle school and throughout high school. And then from there, we provide scholarships and we provide tutoring throughout college. And we actually follow some of the graduates through their college into their professional career. And then we have Project Alpha, which is basically to collaborate with various other programs. We actually educate young males from ages 12 to 15 about responsibilities, about relationships and STDs, and then also teen pregnancies as well. So for here, in Denver, we have the chapter Delta Psi Lambda. Our programs actually include the STEM Scouts, which is part of go to high school, go to college. We have the Young Men of Alpha, which is the hybrid between high school, go to college, and also Project Alpha. And then we have the voter registration drives. We also have the George G. Haley Scholarship Fund, which is also a part of go to high school, go to college. I will drop the information in the chat for the website and my personal contact information. So if anyone has any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you.
Our presentation for today. Again, I do want to thank all of our amazing panelists for sharing information, but also all of our attendees for joining us. A couple of ending thoughts here. As we close out our session, a survey will appear, so please respond to the survey. It is a very short survey, approximately 4 questions. You can also sign up for more sessions. And then as a reminder, this recording will be available at strivescan.com/Cherry Creek in about a week or so. With all of that said, again, I want to thank you all for joining us tonight, and I hope you have a great night.
Thank you. Have a good night.